I want to. There's a subject that I was listening to. Well, not even a subject, just a YouTube. A cat by the name of Wayno, Wayno, and the topic was Anthony Brown. Guess who's going to jail tonight? And it talks about the incident with AB Antonio Brown. My bad, Antonio Brown. And this cat hits on a lot of subjects, and I want to try to remember some things he was saying. That you think that Antonio Brown, just say AB is going to beat this case. Number one, they have something in Florida that's called a 10-20 life. You get 10 years if you point a gun, you get 10 years if you shoot a gun, and you get life if you shoot somebody, even if you like nick them. You just give them a graze. You're going to jail for life. There are people that are sitting in jail for a very long time because of this rule. Florida is a great two-way state. They're a great state to go get your carry concealed. They have stand your ground. But what AB did is definitely not stand your ground. I mean, that is everything contrary to stand your ground. And I'm gonna say this: the type of money he's gonna have to stay out of prison, it's gonna be monumental because those laws are pretty doggone strict. And I think the way the Florida sees this is you can't deviate from one person to the next. You have to look. Florida stand your ground is so strong that if you're a convicted felon and you use a gun to defend yourself, a straight self defense action, you there have been cases where that person, the convicted felon, was not charged with the body, the M, but he got the possession charge. So instead of looking at life, he got 4 or 5 years. So I think that's a big difference. Life without parole. When they mean life, they mean life. So AB, in theory, is going to go do some time. He grabbed the gun, he pointed the gun, he chased the person down, he shot at them, and my man Wayno pointed out there were children around. So you get hit with all kinds of violence to children, endangering the health of a minor. I mean, this was, and then there was another cat. He was a Muslim cat. Talked about, well, why did AB do this? Because it was some money situation. He had did some time. He was locked up in Dubai, I think, for AB's issues. Yeah, that CTE is real. Plus, he might be have some other stuff going on. Hey, it's prevalent. But you cannot be chasing people down with a gun, even after a fight. The threat is over. And the thing about it, Antonio Brown initiated the contact. He swung on the guy, and that's when all heck broke loose. So he's wrong in every aspect of the word. Even you can't even say you self-defended if you initiated the contact, if you initiated the fight. You fire on a guy, how was that? I mean, if there's a problem, either handle it in court or y'all could talk it out. Swinging on somebody is not the answer. And that was something that this cat talked about. He said he's had his firearm concealment since he was for 20 years, and this is in New York City. For you to have your carry concealed for 20 years in New York City says a lot, even today. But even going back 20 years, I don't know if he's you know security guard or law enforcement. I doubt it, but that's saying a lot. But he really touched on some serious issues about you gotta know when to say no, I'm going too far, or no, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I got into a self defense situation. It's about 15 years ago, and I started out self defending, and I went too far. So I'm speaking from experience, and I got charged with a lot of felonies, and I copped out to some misdemeanors. But it could have easily went the other way. Somebody kicked in my door, fired a shot at me, but again, I went too far. You got to know when to say the threat is over. And you got to let your emotions go, even though it's hard in a fluid situation. But that's the deal. If you're carrying a firearm, that's what you're going to be judged by. Yeah, that's my little take on it. This went over a little more than I thought it was. Outie.